Okay, am I actually live? Oh, hang on, let me turn off this heater. Ooh, here we go. So I can't tell. So, can you guys hear me? So you have sound. Is the sound okay? On both sides? Okay, so chip, chip, chip over here, and chip, chip, chip over there. Hey, Zachary, the Dominator. Jack does stuff. Pet Master. Okay, cool. Okay, I will give it some time before I kick off the timer. Just get people a few minutes to get here. Plus, I guess I'm just a hair early, aren't I? That's okay. Who cares? So I'm thinking, what do I want to start with? I don't need these on. Let's see, where can I just put these down here? Let's see, so binaural sounds engaged, right on, cool. Okay, well, I think just for get me kind of off the ground, move this over here, like that. I'm going to do this to this there. Now let's see, I want to go to I don't know, do any of those look worth looking at? Sure, let's see if we can figure this one out. Maybe. This guy's puzzles are sometimes pretty difficult. It looks like I think you have to put I think everything's going to get put in here and then fill this up. I don't know. That's what I'm going to give it a go. So let me see where my act. Am I going to move this? I want to push this over here. There. And does it look better if I look? Looks like fine. Well, I think it's not going to look right, is it? No matter what I do. Oh, hang on. Tim says. Okay, Tim. Well, thanks for stopping by. It's good to have you say hi, and I'll see you next week. Okay, wow, Mason. Well, I'm glad that you've been able to get some, kind of sleep, in preparation. Right, man, that's a lot of stuff to take on board. So, get some rest, man. Get some rest. Take care of yourself. Yippee-yi-yay. Cool. Well. All right. So it seems like I think I'm going to want to come up here, push this guy. I guess I'll bring it out and back around to here because we can fill these two right off the bat. That doesn't matter. And then I guess you want to just stack 3 here. Is that enough? Yeah, I think that's enough. Well, we'll find out if I'm right. Oops, come on now. There we go. I'll stick this on here right now, I guess. Well, what is happening is I think I'm going to push most of these over here now. And then I'm going to put the last... I'll have to put... Well, I'll wait till I get there. I don't know. Maybe I've got a plan, maybe I don't. Oops. I think I can put one there. And I don't know. I don't know if I can fiddle this all the way around the way I need it to be or not. I think so. Maybe not. Nope. That was not the thing to do. I think I've tied myself in a knot I can't undo. Oh, there we go. Yippee-yi-yay. All right, let me catch up on that. And hello, Apostate Mike. Well, hello, Studio Martini Digital. How's it going in Brazil? Okay, so how many people do we got going on here now? Let me get back into this thing here. Like this there. There's only 17. Well, you know, I'm gonna be a bad man, and I'm gonna go ahead and kick off the how that's going now. And let's go ahead and switch to this part here. Hey Rita, nice to have you here. Jack does stuff. Hey, how's it going? Naum ZK and Bortz, hey. Oh, Boris, excuse me. Okay, I think I'm going to, what are we going to start with? How about tapping on wood? Here we go, tap, 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 right? Is that right? You know, I have to move this monitor because I can't. Here we go, I can kind of lean over and see it that way. Well, I hope that didn't bang up and make too much horrible noise. Okay. Well, Roland, welcome. Start with a little bit of tapping. Maybe I'll do some more gameplay later, but just do a little bit of tapping. A little bit of, I don't know, nothing comes to mind to babble about, but did anything interesting happen this week? I'm trying to think in, you know, my own normal day-to-day whatever. Hey, Matthew. Wow. Thank you very much. That is super, super appreciated. 3 cheers for Matthew Patterson, excuse me. Thanks for your generosity, man. Well, you know, if you can't stay, then make sure you stay more next time. You know? Whenever you can is good enough, man. And again, thank you for your generosity. Let's see, so back to the first of the year of up. Well, you know, I will see if I can put that in my mind, James. Although, you know, I don't know. Should I do it with no talking? I don't really do no talking videos. Should I do no talking videos? I've never even thought about doing that, frankly. Not that I have anything against them. Let's switch over to here. I guess. Okay, so slow tapping and speaking, and that's it. Yeah, I could manage to do that. Okay, so yeah. What have I been doing this last week and what's going to be coming in? Well, I did do the annual report video, so it gives you guys some ideas of what, you know, at least officially, professionally, what's going on. In my personal life, it's just me still struggling with trying to get better at managing my time. You know, I think I'm getting better at it, but, it's just an ongoing thing. Not a whole lot's been happening. I'm trying to think of anything. My sister's going back she's finishing her teaching credential. And that should be done like imminently, because I think she should be like an actual full-fledged teacher this coming fall. So that's kind of interesting, although that's more her thing than my thing, obviously. But I'm proud of her for, doing the thing. Okay, James, I'll keep that in mind. Less aggressive tapping. My tea situation is that I'm just not drinking tea for a while. And just see what happens, I've ordered some chicory. I'm going to try chicory. And see if I like that as a warm beverage for the morning, because I like having a warm beverage in the morning. So ginger works all right, although this last week I couldn't find ginger anywhere, so just plain old ginger root from the produce area. Wonder if it's one of those things that's, supply chains have hit hard and I've just not noticed. I've also recently been trying cacao, which is sort of like cocoa but just processed differently, I guess. And just putting that in hot water, and it takes it a while to, it really wants to kind of steep or cook or whatever you want to call it for a while before the flavor really is kind of released, I suppose. No, the other herb teas don't upset my stomach much. I just don't care for them. I drink a lot of mint tea and ginger tea if I can find just ginger without added stuff. But so lately I've just been, just grating up raw ginger and steeping that, and, but no, other herb teas don't. It's something to do with, I think, the tea plant and the coffee in particular. And I do drink matcha, but I think that might have something to do with the fact that I'm, I'm taking the whole tea plant and digesting it as opposed to just the steeped liquid, So I don't know. But for the moment, if I only have matcha and pretty much stick to like one a day, and then, I'm just finding other hot beverage substitutes. Hey, Reclaimer Rob, how's it going? I just noticed you chiming in there. Let's go back to the other ear here for a minute. I'll try doing it with the pads of my fingertips instead of the nails. Hey, nail bag. Switch to brushing sounds here in a minute. Since I have the wood, let's go ahead and brush the wood. Brushing the wood with the craft brush. let's now move over here. Brush over here. Let me switch this way so I can be kind of having it be a little bit awkward doing it with the non-dominant hand, but wish I could think of some cool little patter, like, you know, the little squirrels in the trees kind of thing, like, you know, the whole Bob Ross thing. Oops. Oops, don't bang onto the microphone, dude. I kind of like that little short. Kind of reminds me of, I mean, that's what brought Bob Ross to mind, was this. Doing these short little abrupt strokes. I don't know, I kind of like them. Oh, also I like this to do the maybe I should babble something over here while I try and tap over there. See if I can keep track of myself at the Okay. Let's do a little bit of mic brushing. Trying to be extra soft. I think I need to get some more variety of brushes, like some makeup brushes and stuff like that, maybe. Oops, there we go. Trying to softly brush the mic. Softly brush the mic. And softly whisper at the mic at the same time, too. Softly brush the mic. Softly brush the mic. Softly brush the mic. And now we'll go back over to here and we will softly brush the mic. I need a drink of water. Also have one beard brush. I like the beard brush glad it works for you, Mike. Maybe I should make like an official intro, it says something like, be sure to wear your headphones and all that kind of thing. My timers are way too generous. I'm not sure I follow what you mean. I should have shorter live streams, is that what you're saying? I don't know, I've kind of arrived at the hour and a half moment or time limit for, that's the limitation of that, because I would do them longer, frankly, just because I like doing them. But I need to keep it down to about an hour and a half, because much longer than that, and then my back ends up regretting it tomorrow. Because, anytime I sit for, any kind of prolonged time like this, my back decides to be unkind to me. Thanks for the wishes of success, E.G. I appreciate that. Quite devious to what, for me to get rich? Of course, I think a fair number of the regulars would be telling you to not suggest shortening the time. Let's go back over here. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of the jar. Thanks, E.G. I appreciate your suggestion. Okay. let's break out the crinkle bag. So the first item will be the rustling, foamy stuff. Rustling, foamy packing material. Well, that's a thing that happened to me this week. I decided I was going to buy myself a French press in order to make things, brewing with, what I mean, like the hickory and that kind of thing. And so I ordered one, an inexpensive one online, and it came, but it arrived cracked, so now I have to send it back. So, oh well. Oops. Man, I'm just being clumsy all over the place tonight. Banging into stuff left and right. Yeah, it just sucks, Part of it is the expectation thing, you know what I mean? It's like, oh wow, there's the thing, cool. You get kind of like, oh, there's the new gizmo. And you open it up and I think this is going to have to be make a note somehow that this is the low talking episode for Bill. $0.73 for a stamp? Is that right? Holy mackerel. Oh man, I'm thinking about the stamp thing, because I have a bunch of these stamps that are like those forever stamps, you know what I mean? But I bought them ages ago, so they weren't, I don't remember what they cost, but they weren't 73 cents by any stretch of the imagination, man. Holy mackerel. I guess I made a deal on buying a big old booklet of frickin' forever stamps. Yikes. Did I watch anything lately? Oh yeah, kind of out of character for me to a certain degree, because I don't normally watch kind of horror sort of suspense type things all that often. I mean, I like Hitchcock a lot, but that's kind of old school, you know what I mean? And there's no real gore in it. But it's what is it? It's crap. Grotesquerie or something like that. It's I don't know, it's on the Disney Plus kind of package deal that my dad has, that I have he lets me have a ID on or whatever. Wow, 75 cents for a freaking stamp. Zowie. Yeah, holy mackerel. And the truth is, I don't really use mail that much anymore. I mean, like when people send me, an actual physical package, I'll, put, some written correspondence inside just because, I guess people still do that. But like, I haven't sent anybody holiday cards in a long time. And I don't really get them from anybody anymore either. No, I don't get any holiday cards. And yeah, I mean, a rare occasional package or something that might have some correspondence in it. I don't know. What a weird thing. The snack bar wrapper. Crinkling of the snack bar wrapper. Man, when I was when I first met my ex-wife, so when I was still like going, wow, she's hot, and whatever, right? I was still living here in Northern California, but I had gone down for like a spring break vacation. And I met her at a party. Anyway, so for, I don't know, some number of months before I did eventually move back down to San Diego, we communicated by letter, like all the time, like, a couple of letters a week. Because talking on the phone was just too expensive. And now, electronic communication is ubiquitously cheap, Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The denominator, it's, Man, for years, the only way I really kept in contact with my friend Steven was, via the post when he was living in the UK and I was living in California. And I'm a crappy letter writer, but, we managed to, keep our friendship going more or less. But now it's, I talk to him and I see him and his wife and their daughter almost every Sunday. Let me see. The future of AI. Yeah, I'm more concerned with, there's the empty bread wrapper, by the way, I switched. I'm more concerned with how AI is going to be used as a tool of oppression than I am with AI taking over, like, say, you know, the Terminator kind of scenario. You know, I think the whole, you know, it being used as a means of misinformation and, you know, all that kind of nonsense is you know, that's, I mean, the things that we've been talking about, you know, culturally in a broad sense, in popular culture anyway. I mean, I don't think we've barely scratched the surface of how scary it could get, you know. Do some whisper, 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 whisper. And we'll whisper, 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 whisper. And maybe do some soft speaking, mumbling sort of over here. And do a little bit of soft speaking, mumbling over here. Let's get the original small bubble wrap. Yeah, that seems to be kind of the thing for me to do for, it's like, you know, I mean, just, yeah, just the whole idea of just how you're going to trust and who to trust, and, yeah, anyway. It's a downer, man. No killing the buzz, man. Bye, Nasal Penny. Hear about Elon Musk's robots. The only thing I remember hearing about with his robots was that he did a thing a while back for, I guess it was supposed to be showing off the progress of the stuff for, like shareholders and, you know, the media and that kind of thing. And I don't know, to me it seemed like it was more or less a failure. But, so I don't know. You know, what has to happen, I think, is that some AI somewhere is going to do something in some manner that the company that makes it is going to get held liable for it, and that's when things will change. You know what I mean? Holy mackerel. Wow, okay. Sorry about that, you guys. I think Musk is essentially a really, really bad, clownish version of a Bond villain. I don't know. It's hard for me to tell how he, I don't know. Does anybody really take him seriously except for some small number of, very boisterous people on whatever it is that he calls Twitter now? I mean, yikes. So I don't know if I have a better take on him than... Okay, let's get the big bag of lower pitch crinkliness. Some nonsense over here. Let me do a little crinkling. A bit of crinkling over there while I whisper over here. Crinkling over there while I whisper over here. And then now I'll whisper over here. And crinkle over there. The lower sort of pitched crinkle while I whisper over here. Whispering over here. And now I'm going to go switch back around. Now I'll be over here. Maybe do a little bit of whispering. I do some crinkling over there. And I do whispering over here. And yeah, you mentioned that ear-to-ear thing, because you'll notice I don't set these up like I'm trying to mimic a binaural setup, you know what I mean, like a dummy head thing. I don't know, I like the way it turns out when you do the thing in between them, kind of, because like if you have it on headphones, it kind of feels like the voice is going, but between your ears, like in your own head, you know what I mean? But it sounds like it's more like in your ear, so to speak. When I'm actually getting really like up in there like that, it just seems easier to do for me than, well, anyway, that's my take on how to do it. Hey, Chris Mack. Well, you're here, and still have 49 minutes, so you're fine. Gotta drink a little water. Okay. Whisper, 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 whisper. And crinkling over there while I whisper over here. And crinkle over there. So now I'll move my voice over here a little bit. And we'll whisper, 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 whisper. Whisper, 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 whisper. Whisper, 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 think we'll come back to the crinkling a little bit later. Have I done most of everybody else? We did the tapping, we did the brushing, we did the jar. Okay, I think I'm going to do a little bit of Sokoban. So let's see. Let's do to here. Let's flip to there. Let me move this kind of out of my way. Okay, like that. Now, do I want to just see what's next in the order of these? Does that look a doable one? That one's going to be a pain. Let's just go back to the home here. Oh, you know, I forgot about that on the last live stream. So no, I haven't figured that one out. I totally forgot about it. I'll have to go back and look at that. Yikes. Let's see what's... Well, here, let's just go to the catalog and I'll pick something that I know I can do some. I think I know a fair number of these, maybe. What do these look like? No, let's do it. Oh, you know, these are fun. I think I've done these before. Yeah, they're kind of silly, but I find them to be kind of soothing to do just because they are kind of just basic and easy. So, yeah, I'm out of the thing there. Yeah. Okay, so, this one's going to be similar, right? That one. Oh my goodness. Heath, hey, wow, thank you very much. That is super, super generous of you, man. I never know what to do when you guys are doing that. I know I've said that before, and I'll probably keep saying it, but anyway, thank you very much. Everybody, 3 cheers for Heath for his generosity in helping me keep things, well, functional. Reading any good books lately? You know, I haven't been reading anything lately. Yeah, there's a stack of books that I'm kind of telling myself I'm going to get to, but I haven't yet. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm sucking when it comes to the reading thing right now. Mostly just because I have so many other things to do for trying to do the channel and then get my other 2 channels going and that kind of thing. I kind of feel like whenever I've got spare time, I should be, doing something along those lines. But, I don't know. At least that's where my head ends up going. Let's go ahead and go for the next one here. So we're going to have to push this one through. And then down and then around. And then there we go. think, right, if I'm going this way, so right, I should have been leaning that way. I forget that the way I lean is, because of the way the camera sees me, is different than the way it, would be, say, in a mirror. So, anyway. Right, so if I want this to go that way, right, I have to, it seems so weird. Right, so I have to go ding it, and go, all right, let's push him that way. Let's see, what do I actually do want to do now that I'm here? I think, because this guy's going to have to follow that guy pretty much, doesn't he? So it's like, he's going to have to go. I'm not sure. Because if you push this guy like this, you push this guy like that, I guess that's it. Well, that's not the best score I could get, but I'm not going to bother trying. We'll just keep moving along. What's the time saying, by the way? Okay, 41 minutes. Yeah, I'll play another couple of these, and then I don't know, I'll think of something else to do. This one's going to have to get pushed over to here. Wait a minute. I think what am I not seeing? Let me start over. Because that one has to get filled from there. See, that's where I was at more or less last time, wasn't it? And I don't see how to get this one around that one. Unless it's like this. Like that, okay. Well, I guess that's that. Huh. All right, this one. Gonna have to get that one off there. So I think this one has to go down there anyway, right? This has just put me right back where I was. Well, no. Why did I do that? Again, that doesn't. What is the point of? I think I've flummoxed this one too. Maybe this is the same one. Hey Philip, how's it going? I'm doing okay, except for I'm getting baffled by this puzzle. I mean, I can always just load my solution from before. Well, I don't see it. Let's see what I did do. Oh, all right. Well, yeah, I wasn't that far off, was I? Just didn't see it. Yikes. Well, there you go. Oh, boy. All right. This one seems... like you just have to kind of get them both there and then both around, right? I guess at this point it's like how to do it in the fewest moves, but I don't think this will be even. Oh, what do you know? Looks like it was. Well, there you go. Okay, what time do we have left? Still a little bit more than half an hour. Okay, I'll do one more of these. Yeah, let's just play one more of these, and then we'll... Okay, well... Okay, hang on. no pain, right? Yeah. I mean, I only had to do a small amount of stuff in here, and it took, too much money and too much time and the whole thing. But I can only imagine what it would be like to have to be doing it through your whole house. Well, hopefully you can make it through okay. All the various headaches and the like. Yeah, I think let's do, I'm going to go back and put this back onto here. And let's go back to some more trigger type stuff. Do some more tapping. I think maybe I don't do enough tapping. So let's just do a little bit of kind of quiet, some slow tapping. And I don't know, nothing's coming to mind. Just zip, 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 zip. That's a good thing I have tapping to do, because my brain is just not fruitful this evening. So we'll just do the blah, 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 blah. I don't really ever do unintelligible whispers. I'm not. I don't know, I feel weird doing it. Maybe I should watch some more, to get ideas on how to deal with it. Yes, just this way. These fingers almost never have any good nails on them. I can't tell you very much about my grandfather and the submarines, because he didn't talk about it much. Like almost never. Somewhere I have a jacket that was his, when he got issued when he was in the Navy for, he called it his submarine jacket. I guess it was the, what you wore in the sub when it was cold. Headaches and a few cans of worms, right? Well, that's what we got ASMR for, right? Kind of try to relax and, forget about things that are, well, sometimes you just can't do anything about it in the moment, right? Back over here for a little bit more. Do a little bit of whispering. Do I sleep well every night? Most nights, yes. And I typically go to bed sometime after 10, certainly before midnight, usually between 10 and 11, probably closer to 10:30. Maybe even a little earlier than that sometimes. But usually it's, 10 is when I'm like, oh, I guess I better go to bed. And most of the time, it's just I just look at the clock, go, oh, wow, yeah, it's about time to go to bed. And I'm back over here, switching around again. Just doing a little bit of minor, slow tapping over there. And some whispering and talking over here. Perfect Strangers. I don't remember that one. I might have seen it, but I just don't remember, who's in it or anything like that. Doesn't ring any bells right now. Do playing the games give me tingles? No, not really. Balky and Cousin Larry. Yeah, no, I don't think I saw that one. Let's go back over this way. Tap over there. And some soft speaking over here. Well, at least somebody figured it out. Let's see, I'm going to do the paintbrush on the end grain. Some painting on the end grain of the wood. walking donut. Got here in time for the roughly last 20 minutes of the show. Somebody's out front peeping for, must be somebody's ride. If I ever watched The Big Bang Theory, yeah, I have watched that show. To varying degrees of amusement, you know. Sometimes I thought it was pretty funny, other times I just like, eh. But I think that's the case with a lot of TV shows. Doing a little bit of brushing with the craft brush on the microphone. Brushing a little bit with the craft brush on the microphone. Brushing a little bit on the microphone with the craft brush. Brushing a little bit with the craft brush on the microphone. Brushing a little bit with the craft brush on the microphone. I think we need to definitely get the live stream wind down ritual. Yeah, I could break the live streams into like 3 kind of parts, right? Because I kind of do anyway, right? Where I'll just chat to a certain degree, and then gameplay to a certain degree, and then do the triggers. But I don't know. Is anybody old enough to remember Romper Room? TV show? is like a kid's show with this lady. I can't think of her name. And it was sort of like televised version of kindergarten, really. But the lady was pretty charismatic. I mean, I can't remember much about the show, frankly, but there's this bit at the end she used to do with a mirror. And it's sort of like somehow the magic mirror or something allowed her to see all the kids out in the audience, you know. And like you could send a letter and you would be on at the end of the show that she would say goodbye to you or something like that. I don't remember how the whole thing worked, but brushing the microphone with the craft brush, brushing the microphone. Well, you're welcome, How to Be Human. Thanks for showing up and enjoying the stream. See, let's do the beard brush for a bit. Let's do this over here, but you're welcome, Ted, and thanks for showing up to the live stream. every Saturday night, 8 p.m. California time. For roughly an hour and a half. That's what the timer's set for, but I don't ever kick it off right at 8, so. They tend to be something, an hour and a half in, a few minutes over. Let's maybe do a little bit of the crinkling of various things. Let's do the bread bag. Well, there is a couple of videos I make for reading apostate Mike. Although some of it's in German, poorly read, but there's some stories and things like that there. Nothing very ambitious, but well, thanks, Ted. I appreciate that. That's high praise indeed. I wish stories like that came to mind more often. I should probably go through and kind of reorganize my channel and, put things into playlists that make sense and the like. So I don't know, maybe I'll be doing that soon. I'll give it some thought. That way it'll be easier for you guys to find that kind of thing. Big bag o' crinkle. I like this one a lot. I'm sorry to hear about that, Noah K. Well, the thing to remember is it's 8 o'clock California time on Saturdays. Yeah, it did seem to go by quick, didn't it, Mike? Which is odd, because I almost did, well, it felt like I did next to no talking at all. Maybe that's the thing, to make them seem like they last longer. I have to just think of some inane things to babble on about, and that'll make it drag on longer. Also, I have the, okay, there you go. Turn them notifications on, man. That's what, all of us YouTubers are always telling y'all. Click the button, ring the bell, do the thing. Yeah, it was quiet, wasn't it? Well, I don't know. I'm just going to have those nights when my brain just doesn't connect very well. I don't know. Maybe I should keep a list of things during the week that'll be for Saturday night. Wow, Ted Kilroy. That is super, super generous, man. Like, yeah, that's crazy. 3 cheers for Ted, everybody. At least 3 cheers. A good whole bunch of frickin' cheers. Man, that's super generous. Thank you. I mean, it means a lot to me. Oh, man. Yeah, it does. Thanks. I need to figure out a thing to do for it'll be appropriately, a means of me being able to appropriately signal my gratitude, but at the same time, make it be not, because I don't want to have bells and whistles and sirens going off, right? Because that doesn't do any of us any good, right? I'll think of something now. Well, I'm glad I could help you out, Ted, and well, thanks. Now we're even. You've helped me out, so there you go, tit for tat. Right? Man, that'd be that's about the least ASMR thing, Right into the mic. That would wake everybody up. Man, talk about the a piece of cruelty, right? You know, like when people do that, where they sucker you into a jump scare kind of thing, that always drives me nuts. You know, that would be the horrible ASMR trick, right? Like, get everybody all lulled into some nice, peaceful, like, yeah, here we go, maybe very quiet, real quiet, get right up into your ear, and then, boing, next thing you know, it's like air horn goes crazy. Yikes. Yeah, the headphones, man. Yikes. I don't even think about that. Oh, yeah, that would be... And I have to be careful about all the people. I complain about them upstairs, but they're my family, right? Because, you know, I live in the basement of the house, so... Like, I can only be so mean, you know? But, you know, I don't know. That might be worth doing just for, you know, after the live stream. Like I say, oh, I do it at the end of the live stream. Holy mackerel. Oh, the horrible, evil things that we think of. Oh, the dogs would go nuts. Man, it would take them forever to get calmed down. Uh-oh, there we go. Okay, I get it. I guess I'm coming to turn the thing off. There you go. Thank you. EPIA. Okay, gang, that's it for the timer. Let me set aside my crinkly stuff. Okay, well, I think I'm going to go ahead and call that a night for tonight. It's just basically just because I can't think of anything, and I couldn't think of anything for the whole freaking broadcast. So I guess that'll be, you know. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Hey, Philip. Yeah, the evil timer has gone off. It's time to, yeah, time to call it a night. Okay, gang. Well, you know, it's always going to be, you know, 8 o'clock Saturday nights, California time. Thanks everybody for your generosity. Thanks everybody for just watching. Thanks everybody, and yeah, just thanks everybody. Aloha, siblings. I'll see you next Saturday night.